We're going to go to the 12th verse of the 4th chapter today, where it says, "When you run, you will not stumble." This verse does not say if you run, but when you run. However, some have decided God's people only work at one speed, which is slow and deliberate. Yet there is a time to wait, but then when you find the will of God, it's a time to run. When is the last time you ran? And by that I mean you stopped deliberating and started acting, stopped waiting for another confirmation and stepped out boldly to do His will. Have confidence that when you run, your steps are just as sure as when you walk. To get further encouragement to move quickly to do God's will, let's look first at Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 5, where it says, "If you have raced with men on foot and they have worn you out, how can you compete with horses? If you stumble in safe country, how will you manage in the thickets by the Jordan?" And then, as an example of someone who ran to do God's will, let's look at Abraham in Genesis chapter 22, verses 1 through 3, where it says, "Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, 'Abraham.' 'Here I am,' he replied. Then God said, 'Take your son, your only son whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you.'" And this is the point I want you to see. Verse 3, "Early the next morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac, and when he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, he set out for the place God had told him about." So what's today's tasty lesson? Be like Abraham and run to do God's will. That's it for today. Pretty good stuff. Come on back tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have one equally as good waiting for you here.